time there, man. So
you had to let them marinate on that one, man.
Yeah, never gets old, right?
Hey, I you know what? When I wrote that song, man, I was in a space. I thought I had writer's block, and one of my homies back in South Carolina. Shout out to Greenville, South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homeboy Mike Madden. He told me, man, there's no such thing as writer's block. You know, just grab the pen and the pad and write. And I had this beat right here. You know what I'm saying? And I went with my true feelings, man. And I wrote that song, you know what I'm saying? I want this message to be for the women as well as the men. You know what I'm saying? We need love, we need unconditional love as well. But as a man, how you receive that unconditional love from a woman is first you have to open up. You got to be vulnerable. You have to be real. You have to show another side of yourself that you're not willing to show your homeboys or the fellas, you know what I'm saying, or your other family members. When it comes to the sacredness of the relationship with you and the woman that you're entrusting with your life and your time, you know what I'm saying, you have to show her another version of you. You have to really open up in a real way in order for y'all to understand each other and build upon that relationship and take it to a level beyond mediocrity. You know what I'm saying? Beyond this surface level relationships that people like to be in, you know, based on looks and beauty and sex and all and money and all that, man, that don't matter. None of that matters, man. All that fades over time, but what really matters is the connection that you have with the person that you brought into your life. You know what I'm saying? Having that oneness, because at the end of the day, everybody dies. Our time is limited on this earth, and when I become of old age, I want to make sure I'm taken care of. You know what I'm saying? By my woman or my children. So I want to instill in my sons. I have sons. I have no daughters. I want to instill in my son. I teach them the right things, so when they become of age, they know how to take care of their parents. They know how to take care of each other. They know how to love on people around them the right way. And I want them to see the love that my woman is giving me, because that's going to show them what they need to look for when it comes to finding a wife, not a girlfriend, a wife. You know what I'm saying? Because that's important, man. On the flip side of that, on the other end of the spectrum, you have the father that's out here with women running in and out of his life, and his son or daughters meeting all these new women, and vice versa for the mothers. You know what I'm saying? We have to have some type of standard, a real structure, some real education and real knowledge behind raising our children and how we exemplify our lives and how we live our lives in front of them, even if we don't have children. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't waste another human being's time playing with their heart, playing games, and you got 35 other women in your phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, make a decision then on who you want to be with. Because at the end of the day, you're wasting time. You're wasting resources. Life is short. You're playing games with 35 hearts. You're playing games with 3 hearts, 2 hearts. You know what I'm saying? And one of those hearts going to bust you in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? And men, people don't think about that. There's consequences to what we do and how we treat people. You know, the golden rule is simple. You know, treat others how you want to be treated. As a man, I'm not okay with my woman talking to 3 other dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the main, or I'm the side, or whatever, the dessert, whatever. That ain't my position. I am the king. I am the ruler. You know, I'm the head of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? And my woman is my equal, and it won't be anyone else coming in between that. And for people that do that, that's cool. That y'all can do what y'all do. There's consequences to that. There's things that you don't see that's gonna play out in the future, carrying on those type of lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to our sons who watch our moves, and our daughters who watch our moves. You know what I'm saying? They imitate us. We are their first teachers. Not the school, not Miss Johnson or Miss Krabappel, none of them. We are their first teachers. You know what I'm saying? So
that's true. It's crazy because I was going to ask I was going to ask you, like, how does one get to the space where they are comfortable, you know, exposing themselves 100%, being transparent, being vulnerable? And as I was thinking of the question, I realized that it's almost impossible when you've got multiple people that you're trying to confide in. it almost becomes impossible to be vulnerable.
You got to put on several faces. It's difficult, dog. You got to be.
You're acting.
You can't be that same guy with.
You got to let go.
Right.
Yeah, man. So it answered my own question basically, because when you really focus on one individual, and you put your trust into that individual, and you guys are open and transparent, honest, you're communicating, you're connected, it becomes imperative that you do become vulnerable, so that way you can get deeper. That's the only way to get deeper. I gotta really know you. I gotta really unlock who you are as an individual, and see how that meshes with you. How do we connect? And it's crazy because when I think about my personal triggers and the things that kind of set me off, a lot of times it has to do with one or two things. It's either money, or the opportunity to get money, or it's a relationship. It's somebody that I care about in my life that is affecting my attitude because of the way that they're acting. And when we're talking about money, we're talking about, having a goal that I want to accomplish, and for whatever reason, I'm just not able to get there. I'm not able to do that. These are the things that kind of bring me to a space where I'm like, man, I gotta think about this, and I don't want to go out, and I don't want to laugh. I want to fix this stuff. And people think you're serious, or they think I'm serious. Let's keep it about me. They think I'm serious because my focus is on, making more opportunities and getting deeper in my relationship. But to me, that's a very essential role in being happy. Being able to have the resources to do what I want to do as I would like to do them, and then having somebody to share those things that I'm doing with. That to me, that's what's important. In my personal life. So when I think about the things that set me off, man, it's like when I don't accomplish said goal. When even sometimes looking at other people's life and how their life is going, and how their relationship is going, and how they've got kids and I don't have any. These things could also put me in a space where I get to thinking about, just reflecting and thinking about what I'm doing with my life and where I'm at, what my goals are, and why I haven't, gotten to this next place. So you could easily fall into some type of depression by keeping those things in the front of your mind. So what kind of triggers do you have? Because I know a lot of times we have conversations outside of this talk show, and, a lot of times you got other people pushing your buttons, and I know it from the outside looking in. I'm able to tell you, hey, look, so-and-so pushing your buttons, man. They making you react this way, But what triggers do you have, man? Because I done went through mine.
Man, a trigger of mine, pertaining to relationships, or just in general?
Just in general, man. What takes you to that space, man, where you're reconsidering the situation? Where you're thinking about it more than often, it's always
when my boundaries. Here's when my boundaries are overstepped, when I'm disrespected. You know what I'm saying? For no